What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang Forever, 11 million after taxes, I'm black royalty, all that, man. Before we get into this video, gotta shout out my black people with black businesses, man. If you need clothes in the Houston area, go to men or women, go to EK Milan's 2909 Hillcroft Suite 100E, Houston, Texas 77057. That's EK Milan's if you're in the Houston area. Also, if you need a haircut, man, and you're in the Houston area, go holler at my boy JT, my boy Big Rome, or my barber DL at All Star Cuts, 6305 Dumfries Drive, Houston, Texas 77096. Okay, let's talk for a second, man. I'm and a lot of black people are fans of Floyd Mayweather, so I go on the internet. Now, I saw this 2 days ago. I had to give myself time to process it because I feel like I really support Floyd Mayweather because he's a bad black man who writes his own ticket. But we're going to get into that. But I go on the internet and I see Floyd Mayweather doing an interview, and he's aggressively saying that all lives matter. Okay, which just threw me off because for the most part, in my mind, if you run around here talking about all lives matter, man, you black especially, you're missing what's going on, or you're disconnected, or you're just somewhere else, or you have a different perspective. I have to hear from you. I have to hear from you if you're black talking about all lives matter. The only type of person that would make sense to me talking about all lives matter is somebody like Drake, and let me tell you why. Drake is, you know, his father's black, his mother's white, okay, and he gets tremendous support from the Jewish community, and he gets financially supported by the Jewish community. So if I heard him say, all lives matter, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But a guy like Floyd Mayweather, man, let's talk about Floyd Mayweather for a second, man. And this is what confuses me about Floyd Mayweather talking about all lives matter. When I look at a guy like Cam Newton, and he says, man, racism don't exist in 2016. It's like, Cam Newton, you cooning, but I can see why you're cooning. You play for the Carolina Panthers, an NFL football team. You're right now, I think you're uncuttable, but if you weren't performing well, you could get cut, you could lose endorsements, all that. I can see why you cooning to a certain extent. But then again, I can't, but I can understand why you would. I see why you're saying something like that. Floyd Mayweather. One day I looked at a list of like the guys with the most earning power in sports, and Floyd Mayweather headed the game with like 100 million a year or more, with no endorsements, with no anything. This is just all boxing. So in my mind, I'm like, man, why is Floyd Mayweather cooning like this? It's not like he's getting money from Reebok, Nike, Kentucky Fried Chicken, or something. They don't mess with you. They don't mess with him anyway. So if there's anybody who should be free as a black man to say whatever, it should be Floyd Mayweather. If there was another guy to be another Muhammad Ali, if Floyd Mayweather was well read and he was interested in that, it could be him. Like, Nike not paying him. They don't stand next to him anyway. A lot of corporations don't stand next to Floyd Mayweather, unfortunately, because of the domestic abuse issues he's gone through. And, he's just, I think that's mainly it. I would say that's mainly it, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, Mayweather, this is why a lot of black people and myself like Mayweather. I'm not going to turn all the way against him. I just don't understand this cooning thing. Mayweather is a black man who handles his business in the ring, takes it seriously out of the ring. That's why he trains the way he does, and he writes his own ticket. Them pay-per-views that be $75 and all that, If you love him, you support him. And if you don't like him, you support him because you want to see him fail. But he talks that noise and he backs it up. That's why a lot of us rock with him. A black man who'll put them hands on you. You can't. So you may not like him, but physically you can't do nothing with him unless you shoot him. Okay? But other than that, and he got that money. He got that money because you're paying to see him fail. But you're unsuccessful when you spend your money on that. So we get behind Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather don't have Nike t-shirts. Floyd Mayweather got his own company, TMT, the money team. So if there's anybody, Colin Kaepernick is taking a risk, man. I could be cut. Nike could drop me. But he's still taking a risk for the cause. You got Floyd Mayweather running around here talking about all lives matter. And then I read, and this is why I gave myself 2 days to process it. I wanted to make sure I hear everything before I come out here and speak. Then the brother also said something along the lines of, if we just obey and if we just listen, things will be better and all that. Fam, tell that to Philando Castile and all these other people, man. All these other people's families, man. Them people murdered, man, and they listen. What is you talking about, Floyd Mayweather? But this is what happens when black people get a bunch of money. We've never seen, we're not used to being ahead 400 years and having generations of money already. We're not used to that. So when we get that, we get disconnected from what's really going on. Floyd Mayweather, you from Detroit, fam? I'm sure you felt some type of racial profiling, and you probably. Mayweather as a rich man has had a bunch of run-ins with the law. A lot of them he brought on himself. Okay, so if we listen, and then look at this. All lives matter. Floyd Mayweather, come on, fam. People, let's keep it all the way real. People root against Floyd Mayweather because he's a black man and he writes his own ticket. I've seen cultures, okay, when Floyd Mayweather, he has a fight and he's going up against, whether it be a Hispanic guy, an Irish guy, a white guy, which, Hispanic, I mean Irish and white, whatever. But when he's going up against someone of another culture, other people, fans of other cultures will root for the opposing guy that's not even from their culture to go against Floyd Mayweather. So come on, man. All lives matter. Why as black people we like to protect, like we'll jump on the bandwagon that protects the other cultures that's not even rooting for us. We talking about all lives matter, but fam, people root against Mayweather because he's black and doing his thing and highly confident. So I don't understand that, man. Then he goes on to criticize Colin Kaepernick. He says he goes on to criticize Colin Kaepernick. He says the kneeling thing, I don't know, Colin Kaepernick should stand up and try to get his starting position back. Well, number one, Colin Kaepernick is going to be starting this Sunday. Two, black people, this just shows me, and he's Money Mayweather, so this is obvious. This just shows me, when we reach a certain status, all we see is the money. The money is the most important thing. That's why Cam Newton's out here talking about, I don't see race and all the other stuff. That's why Lil Wayne talking about he don't deal with racism. And this is why Floyd Mayweather out here, money. If he should get up and get his starting position. We'll dismiss the thing. We'll dismiss what he's standing for or what he's kneeling for. We'll dismiss that, which is even greater than football. He's kneeling for equality. We'll disconnect ourselves from that to focus on him getting his starting position back so he can have the status and the money. when he's kneeling for something that's way more important. But when you're looking at it, when you have tunnel vision and all you see is money, that's the only thing that's important. We miss the stuff that's way bigger than the money. We miss what he'll actually, whenever he dies later on in life, 100 years from now, we'll admit that when you're focused on the money, we're not paying attention to what he'll really be remembered for. What he stood for. Okay? So, that just goes to show you, man, Floyd Mayweather doesn't care. I see him differently. I'm not going to just go rooting against him and all that now, because that's whack. I still like Cam Newton as a person. And I think, maybe as he grows, Cam Newton, Floyd Mayweather, maybe as they grow, they'll have a different perspective. Because when Mayweather's going through all this trouble, it's not all lives matter. When he's boxing, it's a lot of black people rooting for him. He's villainized by people. When he's villainized by people of other cultures, is it all lives matter then? These are things we have to think about, man. So, God bless Floyd Mayweather. I hope he figures it out. Cam Newton, I hope he figures it out. And all these other brothers and sisters that's out here cooning, I hope they figure it out. There's a cause out here. And this cause is way more important than the money. See, if Floyd Mayweather never got a dime again in his life, he'll be all right. If Cam Newton never got a dime again in his life, he'll be all right. Okay? And they need to get with the program. Because if they didn't have that financial status, I don't know if it would be all lives matter. I don't know if we wouldn't see racism. These are just things we need to think about it, but I'm already at 12 minutes, 19 seconds. I'm probably going to break this video up. But y'all know what it is, man. Bread Tuck Rob, I Am Black Royalty, 11 million after taxes. Y'all mucho, take it easy. God bless. H-Town all day.